Today we are talking about spring soil prep. So many times when your garden has been overwintering, it has encountered snow, ice, heavy rains, cold temperatures, and pressure from even the snow on top of the soil. And so when we want to come in during the spring and start planting, our job is to rejuvenate the soil, because this is going to really help the plants to have a great growing season. So here I just have one of my little raised beds that I'm going to show you how I prep the soil for the spring. So the thing that we're keeping in mind is that all of the nutrients were taken out of this soil during the fall in the previous year, and then it had all of those kind of stresses from the environment over the winter. And so you have perfectly good soil here, but what we want to do is get nutrients back into it, as well as the texture. We want to improve the texture and get more organic matter in. So here's how we do that. So we're going to start by just taking a little bit of vermiculite and don't need a lot. We're going to put a little vermiculite in, and then I'm also going to take some composted chicken manure too. So the composted chicken manure is going to really help us to get a lot of the nutrients back in, as well as the organic matter. Just because the soil can become so compacted during the winter time, we're going to add this in, and it's just going to really help with the drainage and the texture of the soil, as well as the air circulation. And that's going to be really, really amazing. So we have these two things. We're going to kind of just start here, and I'm just going to mix this in. Now I do the same thing in my actual raised bed garden beds as well. I do this every spring. Again, you're adding back in the nutrients, helping improve the soil texture, adding organic matter. And then that's also going to help you again with circulation for the roots and drainage of water. So I start like this, and then the second thing and last thing that I do is I just take, I use, it's Biotone by Espoma, and I just take a little handful. There's the directions kind of on the back of the container, the package, that kind of tells you the ratios. But I'm just going to give this just a little sprinkle. And what this does is this is just going to add, we're just going to incorporate that in. Again, it's just going to add a little boost to the nutrients back into the soil that were depleted in your previous growing season. So I just like to mix that right in. I'm going to add even just a tiny bit more. And you can use any starter fertilizer or other organic fertilizer for that matter. I happen to like this one because it has mycorrhizae in it, and just some really amazing, microorganisms and things like that, funguses that are beneficial to root growth when you're putting in new plants. So I hope that this is helpful and kind of gives you a little bit of insight into prepping your garden beds. So I hope that this helps. Happy growing to you guys, and hope you're doing great, and I'll see you in the next video.